Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. If you don't know, if you haven't watched my 15 things about me, I think it's called, you might not know, but I have a twin sister. It's funny because when I tell people I have a twin sister, sometimes people are really surprised, and I'm always taken aback by that. And sometimes I even wonder if I actually have a twin sister, because some people are so surprised. So I'm like, wait, do I have a twin sister? Because to me it's so normal. It's really weird how surprised people are sometimes. But yeah, I'm a twin. As probably all twins have, I've been asked a lot in the past how it was to be a twin. And my answer has always been, I don't know, because my sister and we don't have any other siblings. So I don't know what a non-twin sibling relationship is. However, after almost 30 years of being a twin, I am finally ready to give the world my answer. Before I start, this is my personal experience as a twin, and probably won't reflect the experience of every single twin on earth. But I would be curious if any twin is watching my video, if you could tell me if you can relate to what I'll be saying. So in the title I wrote the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I feel like starting with the good and ending with the ugly is just not great. So I wanted to start with the bad. So what is bad about being a twin? First, people always talk to you as a unit. So for example, my mom would always say, "What do you guys want to eat?" Although I was alone and my sister was nowhere to be found around, she would ask me what me and my sister wanted to eat. But we both have different brains. We both have different tastes, so asking me what my sister wants, I don't know. Also, me and my sister, we have a lot of friends in common, so they often call us the twins. So it kind of strips away our individuality. When I was in high school, I had friends at some point. In high school, I remember one time, my friends would always invite either me or my sister because they knew that the other would come. So they would only send the invitation to one or the other. So one time I just got fed up and they invited my sister and I just didn't show up. Kind of petty, but I was just so annoyed that it was always like people would try to save time and just invite me or my sister instead of sending the invitation to both of us. But as a twin, you're often seen as a unit. And the second is people compare you a lot. People will ask who's the prettiest, who's the smartest, who's this, who's that. Like, it's always a comparison. They always want to compare you to your twin. In high school, one year, the first half of the year, I was doing art, and the second half of the year, I was doing music, and my sister was doing the opposite. So the first half of the year, she was doing music, and the second half, she was doing art. And when we switched, I had the music teacher my sister had, and he was like, "Oh, you're so sisters." So she was really good. So let's see if you're as good as her. And he said that in front of the whole class. And comparing to her end of semester to my start of semester, like, of course, I have no chance of actually being as good as my sister. And even if I'm not as good as her, like, why kind of embarrass me in front of everyone? Now let's switch to the ugly part of being a twin. When you're a twin, like I said, you're being compared a lot. So we kind of create your identity in opposition to your twin. So for example, she was good in school and I wasn't good. So I was like, oh, because my sister is good, then that's just probably not something I'll ever be good at. I love dancing and things like that. So she always thought that she wasn't good in arts. You kind of create your identity not by trial and errors, but just as compared to your twin. And it kind of forges, instead of forging a true identity, you kind of go with what's left. So sometimes it's really hard. I think because people compare you a lot, you don't want to do the same thing as your twin because there's more chances of you being compared. And for example, with school, my sister has always been a straight A kind of student. So being compared to a straight A student, of course I'm not that good in school. But I'm not stupid either. But compared to my sister in school, people would think, oh, she's the smart one and Vanessa is not. You know what I mean? But it's kind of unfair, but it's not my sister's fault. It's like the perception people have. Another thing is that your parents are super scared that one or the other will think they're less loved than the other one. So for example, my mom would say, oh, I'm buying you this because I bought your sister something yesterday. Or she would say, I'm buying you this right now and later I'll buy something to your sister. So my relationship with my mom felt really impersonal because it's not my relationship with my mom, it's my relationship with my mom as compared to my sister, kind of. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but there's always a component of my sister in mine and my mom's relationship. It's never just me and my mom. And for the good, growing up, you always have someone you can hang out with. We went through almost all of our education together. I didn't enter preschool alone. I entered it with my sister. So I always had, even if I changed school, I always had someone I knew. You always have someone to celebrate your birthday with because you guys have the same birthday. Since we grew up together, we have a lot of the same references. Like we watched the same shows, we listened to the same music, or almost. So, because we have so many similar experiences, then it's just fun because we understand each other if we reference something, and it's just fun. She's one of the closest person to me. I think especially since my breakup, we've been a lot closer. Growing up with a twin, you often have to share everything. So you kind of learn to share. If you haven't watched my streams on Twitch, every Friday I've been streaming with my sister, and I think you can see how much fun we actually have together and how much we get along.
Hold on.
Here, let's switch place.
You want to trade places with me? No, you're gonna kill me. You but oh wait, no.
Let's trade. Let's trade places.
No, because you're gonna kill me. Come on. Oh, you butt. Oh, I'm still stuck on that side. Come on, your turn. If I was really like evil, I could recall it right now.
Oh, you can. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Because I'm not like you, so I'm not gonna do that. Or am I? I have your life in my hands. That's for all the suffering you made me go through. No! You're taking too long. I'm getting impatient.
I need to drink.
I know what to do now.
What did you do?
Look. Oh. So don't jump too fast.
Wait. I need to start on the others in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Switch. What?
Wait, I need to stop. Stop jumping for a second. Unbelievable.
You might have understood that the bad and the ugly has nothing to do with my relationship with my sister, but everything to do with how people perceive or react to twins, but everything to do with how we are perceived and treated as twins. Like, of course, I fight with my sister. We're siblings after all. We have different personalities and we don't always agree on everything. But I can honestly say that I'm lucky to be a twin. Like, I don't want to rub it in your non-twin faces, but I love my sister. Being a twin is fun. How crazy is it to come to this world at the same time as someone else and having someone next to you since the womb? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to tell me your thoughts, whether you're a twin or not, I would love to know. And see you next time. Maybe. Bye. Accroché à la cime d'un arbre géant, je suis dérangé par le temps, par le vent. Ne dis pas rien, elles viendront comme elles viennent. Les beaux jours et les belles journées. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa.